morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Get this thing going. Get this right. So let me get rid of this intro. Get rid of the intro. There we go. There we go. We're on camera. All right, let's see. Make sure my sound is coming through good. I'll check that in a second. And then let me adjust this light. I like how this light is going. Switch this up. Whoa. That's better. That's better. That's better. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. We got Latika here early. Good morning, Latika. Latika says, I don't think they're trying to lose on purpose, but it damn sure looks like it. Shaking my head. They're really bad. I agree with that sentiment. I agree with that. Doggy Bone, what's going on? Our Jizzle, what's good? What's going on, Beast? Detroit Gemini in the building. Good morning. Happy Friday. They are just really bad. I would have to agree with that. Zedric, what's going on? Good morning. Players aren't trying to lose. Those coaches, though, might be onto something there. Latanya, good morning. Good morning, Miss Brown. All right, we good over here. All right, perfect. How's it been the last couple of days? This is kind of like a light week for people making Browns content. Kind of a light week. So how has this week been going for y'all? Y'all been tapping into UCSS. Y'all been watching some other people. How's it been going for y'all this week regarding Cleveland Browns content? I believe they're trying to lose because they don't want to say they made a mistake with the number 1 draft pick. I think you're thinking about Dylan Gabriel. Good morning, What 11s. What's going on? Poor Wyatt Teller. This is some bull junk. It is. They're doing Wyatt Teller wrong. So if you'll do somebody wrong like Wyatt Teller, what's to say you wouldn't do anybody wrong on the team? You should do a watch party for Ohio State versus Indiana. Big Ten championship. Beast is up in the air. It's up in the air. I got some traveling to do tomorrow. So if everything is good and I get settled and everything and I got the energy to do it, then I'll do it. So you just gotta watch. You just gotta watch my timeline to see if I post it up. But I'm doing some traveling tomorrow, so I'll keep y'all posted if I do a watch party because it's at 8 p.m. So you never know, man. I might be too tired and I don't want to do a watch party if I can't give y'all the full energy. We're watching it with y'all, so we'll see. It's up in the air. I haven't fully decided. Good morning, Miss Pamela. Kevin planting the seeds. He's about to get fired. I would agree with that. I would agree with that. Trying to put those fillers out. Hey, do y'all like me out there? How we looking? That's what Kevin is doing. Kevin is like, y'all remember I got them 2 coaches of the years, right? I got them 2 coaches of the years, right? Shanithia, good morning. What's going on?
Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride.
How was Jenkins? We haven't really seen Tevin Jenkins play that much. We haven't really seen him play that much. So we got to see how he's going to do. he's been in the league for a while. He was a swing tackle. He didn't do as well as a tackle. He played better at right guard. But health has been an issue for him. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. We're gonna have to wait and see. We're gonna see. Did you see the video with the O lineman not blocking on purpose? I saw that video. Shameless plug here on Patreon. If you are part of either one of the paid memberships, you can send me videos. You can send me DMs and stuff on there. So Shanithia actually sent it to me yesterday as I was putting things together for the show, and I watched it. I have a take on it. We're gonna get to it. I got some steals from the All 22. We're gonna look at it, and then I also have something to compare it to. So we're gonna get to it. That's a very, very, very good point, Detroit Gemini. I don't think I'm gonna go to the game. Just to be honest with you, Detroit Gemini, I looked at the weather. And it was like potential chance of snow and 32 degrees, and I was like, I can't do that. I can't do it. Just like Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson, when he was like, I ain't going to be here. That was me when I was looking at the weather in Cleveland. So I was really strongly considering taking my nephew to the game. Really strongly considering it. But I can't get with that weather. I cannot get with the weather that it's going to be in Cleveland. I got Southern blood now. I don't have that up north blood no more. So I was like, I can't get with this. I mean, unless the weather just changes dramatically while I'm there, I don't mind buying tickets last minute. But if it's gonna be 32 and cold, your boy ain't gonna be out there. I ain't gonna be out there. No way, no how. Y'all saw how they did Chubb, so it shouldn't surprise you how they're doing Teller. Yeah, when they got time to re-sign Chubb, they're like, hey, we ain't gonna do it. They barely even spoke to Chubb going into this offseason. They had, simple conversations with him, but they were moving on from him. So 2 coach of the years with no division titles, sketchy, but he'll garner some sympathy for another shot. I believe he will. I don't know if he's going to be an OC. I think that might be his lane. Depends on what other coaches get let go. So, I mean, this is how I feel. If you want Kevin Stefanski, take him. I'm not holding you back from getting Kevin Stefanski. He's yours. If you like him so much, if you like Kevin Stefanski so much and you want to trade for him, hey, send us a pick. We'll give you Kevin Stefanski. And if you don't like him that much and you want to wait till he's fired, take him. This is called abundance mindset. If you have a scarcity mindset, you're holding on to Kevin Stefanski and you're telling yourself, this is the best coach I've had since 1999. That's a scarcity mindset that's rooted in fear that you don't believe you can get somebody who could do better at the job. That's not the mindset I come from. I come from the mindset where I can get somebody to do it better than you. Everything in the world operates because somebody who couldn't get it done, somebody else comes in and does it better. And I view head coaches the same way. So, hey, you can have Kevin. You can have him. I mean, Kevin doing what's right. He putting his fillers out there, making sure he's keeping in contact, making sure people believe he's still good. Do your thing. I ain't mad at you, Kevin. Just keep it moving. That's all. Just keep it moving. They want to send Kevin to the Giants so he can ruin Dart. Jaxson Dart on the show today, y'all. We got Jaxson Dart. I wanted to get to him Wednesday. Wasn't able to get to him Wednesday. If he is struggling with Shedeur, a pocket passer, what you think he gonna do with Jaxson Dart? What y'all think he gonna do? It's gonna be a struggle. So hey, go take him. New York, he is yours. He all you. Yeah, y'all see it. I was looking at the weather and I was like, man, I'm not for a 3-9 football team. Now, if it was, we were 7-6, we were in the hunt, we got an opportunity to win and all that stuff, y'all would catch me. I would be out there in the cold. I've been to some really cold games in Cleveland. 3-9, and I don't know, y'all might run the ball 50 times, and let Shedeur pass at 15, and I'm going to sit there in the cold for that? Nah, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Yeah, Detroit Gemini. Yeah, it might be too cold for me. Stefanski is a problem not only for Shedeur but the whole team. When you try to be right at all costs, you start hurting people for nothing. I have to pray for the players who just want to play. That's it. You coach a team. You don't coach one player. And if you are doing things that prop up one player but are to the detriment of the team, that's a problem. That's where Kevin Stefanski found himself. He was, just like what 11 said, he was trying to prove he was right with Dylan Gabriel, and it backfired. So it was a gamble. He took it. It backfired. Stefanski is clearly showing he doesn't have the best interest of the team in mind. I agree with that. Kevin is soft quitting. Bubba scared too. Now he's throwing players under the bus. Did you see Reese get annoyed with the reporters yesterday? I'm going to be honest with y'all. I didn't watch Tommy Reese's interview. I didn't watch Bubba Ventrone's. I watched Jim Schwartz. At this point, Bubba Ventrone shouldn't have a job anymore. So it's nothing Bubba Ventrone could get up there and say that's going to make me believe he's capable of doing better. So I didn't watch Bubba. Tommy Reese, if a college team wants Tommy Reese, go. Spread your wings. Go fly. We're not holding you back. So it's only so much lip service I can receive from these people who are just saying nothing. So I only watch Jim Schwartz. Be honest with you. Dart might ruin himself, to be honest. You got a point there. Shedeur got 4 more games to prove himself. If they're smart, they give Shedeur 5 games. They just give him the rest of the year. They need to go out there and just say, look, he our starter for the rest of the year. We want to see what he has. But they don't want to do that for whatever reason, and I think that's to the detriment of him and the team. At this point, I just want Shedeur to put great tape out so he can go somewhere else. I, from the beginning, said, Shedeur, put the tape out there, man. Get your tape out there. That's what I want Shedeur to do. Get his tape out there. And then let everything else fall where it may. The Cleveland media is trying to say the fans don't support 12 in real life because the stadium wasn't sold out in a 30-degree blizzard. They are awful. What about jersey sales? Does that matter? I mean, I know we're not going to get the official numbers from jersey sales. The NFL Players Association calculates that, and they're about a year and a half to 2 years behind on when we'll hear the real number on his jersey sales. But is that a real thing? Is that tangible? So, it's people who are wrong who are doubling down on being wrong. You know, you going to try to use shame to get somebody to go sit up there and watch this Browns team? Come on, man. What are we doing? Kevin isn't saying it, but it is being reported he has the last few games. See, hopefully Shedeur got this message so he can play free. Not always, but once I realized how things were going towards the end of like training camp, I was like, by the time Shedeur get in there at the end, I want him to just play free and not look over his shoulder. For some reason, they are hesitant to tell him you got the team for the rest of the season so he can play free and not look over his shoulder. They have done that with Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco looking over his shoulder made him look like worse than a rookie. Joe Flacco looking over his shoulder made him look worse than a rookie. Then another rookie looking over his shoulder made him not be comfortable. Then Shedeur. So it's like at some point, tell these guys this how many games you got, or this is how long you're gonna play, and let them play. So I that's one of the biggest things I disagree with. If you want to say that you are not sabotaging Shedeur, tell him it's his team the rest of the year. Say that to him. Say that. Say it in public so he knows he can play free. Let me say this. If Shedeur never becomes a starting quarterback for the Browns, he has put a light on why the Browns have been so dysfunctional. That's it. I agree with that. Schwartz is the only one that articulates where their faults at. Who can be better and not vague answers. Yeah. At this point, we watched Tommy Reese last week. It was hard for me to get through the Tommy Reese thing. I watched it with y'all, but he turned it into mini Stefanski. So when you turn into mini Stefanski, I can't really just keep watching you like that. I can't do it. Keith Hunt, Jersey in the building. Good morning. Miss Pamela says, and what is Watson supposed to do? This is a technicality for Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson is coming off of injury. So he is going to practice. He's doing individual drills. He did individual drills. They're going to see if he can eventually get to the point of running a scout team. They got 21 days to determine if he's going to be out for the year or on the active roster. 21 days. There's going to be 3 games left around that time, maybe 2, depending on when it ends. To me, Deshaun Watson, this is a non-story for him playing this year. To me. And I always felt like that. I didn't just start saying this now. I've been saying this before the season, 4 games into the year when they start saying these things. This is a non-story to me. I don't think he's going to play this year. Most of his fans don't live in Cleveland. I live in Atlanta, and I ain't flying to Ohio to watch no damn Browns play. If they were a good team, Spiritual War exposed what's going on. But if they were a good team, you would go. If the Browns were in a playoff hunt, you would go. You would go. But 3-9, man, ain't nobody spending. No. No. We need to compare Flacco and Shedeur's passing chart. I bet there are some similarities outside of the deep shots Shedeur has taken. Oh, we can get to it today. I like that, Zedric. We can get to it. Key Mathis, what is going on? Good morning. Good morning. I think other teams see the potential in Shedeur Sanders. He'll have no problem going somewhere else. I agree with that as well, Keith. I agree with that. Kevin won't grant him that satisfaction. Unfortunately, maybe take someone else to speak publicly. I agree with that. For whatever reason, he don't want to say it. Kevin Stefanski don't want to say, Shedeur, you got it for the rest of the year. So, don't you find it suspicious that they activated Watson right after the Dillon fiasco? Of course. The Browns did this before, and this was early on in the season. So, do y'all remember? It was actually in the preseason when Dillon Gabriel said the stuff that could be perceived as shots at Shedeur. The first time, the Browns did not announce who the starting quarterback was going to be. When that stuff came out, Dillon Gabriel was the very first story on First Take on Monday. On Monday, he was the first thing they spoke on. A couple hours later, the Cleveland Browns announced that Joe Flacco would be the starter so they can bury the Dillon Gabriel story. I called it out in real time. So they are doing something very similar with the Deshaun Watson and this situation. Zedric pointed this out. He's been looking at Kevin Stefanski's patterns, and the Wyatt Teller situation is very similar to DeJuan Jones' situation, where DeJuan Jones was basically, he's benching guys and he's telling guys it's for a health reason, but really he's trying to bench them for performance. So he's telling the player it's performance. He's telling the media it's a health reason. And really, he just wanted to bench them. So instead of just saying I'm benching him, he won't say it. He's blaming health. So Zedric pointed that out. So they do the same thing. The players needs to hear it's his team too. Week to week is the same. Detroit Gemini, I agree with you. Through the Fire podcast, what's going on? This Brown session has been diabolical all over the place. If this is the thing, if y'all were not paying attention to the Browns, and just as if Shedeur was on another team and I just told y'all that this is all the stuff that happened this year with the Browns, y'all probably wouldn't believe it. Y'all probably wouldn't believe it. You would be like, man, you lying. You making this stuff up. Nah, all of this stuff actually happened. All of it actually happened. We rock with 12, not their wax stadium. Talk to them, and it's outside. Even if they was playing in Atlanta, if the Browns was playing in Atlanta, I would go to Atlanta. It's a dome. It's indoors. Atlanta was always rocking. It's always a good time. So even if they were in Atlanta, I would go to Atlanta. But outside in the cold, come on, man. What we doing? I heard that Stefanski invited Deion out to dinner after the Raiders game, but he turned it down. Yeah, I would turn it down too. Why are you talking now? What you guys to say to me now? I'm cool. I'm busy. You telling us to make sure to protect our peace this week. Let me tell you, every time I heard or saw something, I had to put your voice in my head. Latika, I knew it was just going to be crazy. I knew it was going to be a crazy week. I'm like, this is going to be something else. So that's why I say, hey, just protect yourself, because they are on some other stuff. I knew what it was. A.M. Williams, what's going on? A.M. Williams says, good morning. I watch Shedeur, not the Browns. There you go. And a lot of people share that sentiment. A lot of people do. So I can't even knock them for viewing things that way. I can't even knock them. Man, I ain't flying to Cleveland for this version of the Browns to watch Kevin's Little League playbook. If I lived in Ohio, that would be different. Spiritual war, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. Always protecting Dylan. Zedric, they are. They are always protecting Dylan. Always. I think he don't fool with Stefanski. He knows how he is treating his son. I would not fool with him either. Yeah, I wouldn't mess with him either. Dinner now? Come on, man. What are we doing? This could be a reality TV show. A great reality TV show at that. Like when reality TV was good, like in the early 2000s, that's what the Browns is giving us right now. Do you think Shedeur going to stay in Cleveland? I think he is. As long as Andrew Berry's there, I think he's going to be there. Why won't he bench Jerry Jeudy? He is the worst wide receiver in the NFL. Literally, he is 85 out of 85 wide receivers, but he still gets to play. That's why you can't take Kevin Stefanski serious. That's why you can't take him serious. I don't believe in none of the disciplinary actions he takes because he doesn't hold everybody to the same standard. This has been an issue. People were saying he wasn't holding Deshaun Watson to the same standard as everybody else. This has been a thing that Kevin Stefanski has ran up against every single season. Somebody is getting away with not performing, and then he benches a person who has a history of performing. It don't make sense. This has happened every single year he's been a coach. Every year. December in Cleveland is the reason this dome is being created. That's a fact. And they want a Super Bowl, and they want to use it in the wintertime. Cleveland winters is harsh. It's harsh. Good morning, Maya. This thing is going viral about this O-line. Yeah, I got a take on the O-line situation. We gonna get to it. When they start targeting white players, you know they mean business. Spiritual War Exposed, calling it how he sees it. That is a fact. So it's the first Friday of the month. I started this November, the first Friday of November. This is the first Friday of December. I just want to highlight and give a special thank you to everyone who has supported the channel financially. Just with a little quick video, just showing y'all, you know, my thankfulness for your support. So here we go. This is November supporters. Shout out to everybody who is on November top supporters list. I appreciate each and every one of you. Wouldn't be able to do this without y'all, so I definitely appreciate y'all. Also, special shout out to the Patreon members, the All Access crew. We got Zedric, we got Shanithia, and then also shout out to Charmaine, who is a super supporter. So I greatly appreciate everybody who has supported the channel. And you know, like I always tell y'all, you know, I wouldn't be able to do this without y'all. I would not put in the work without y'all. So without y'all, this will not be what it is. So I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Thank you. I am so mad about Wyatt Teller. He supports Shedeur, and that is the problem for Stefanski. Yeah, Stefanski, once he looks at you a certain way, he just kind of switches it up, and we're seeing it play out in real time. I need to see the receiver ratings when Shedeur targets him. Jeudy was at 39.6 prior to him starting. I need to see the wide receiver rankings when Shedeur targets him. Jeudy was at 39.6 prior to him starting. 39.6. Break that down a little bit more for me. Zedric. Kevin Stefanski is literally John Harbaugh 2.0. Bench the good players and give snaps to the good old boys. Guys, they can't control. It's nasty work. It's very bad. Very bad. Very kind of you giving the shout outs. I appreciate y'all. Even at the end of streams, y'all know this. Y'all be here with me. It'll be like 3 hours later, and we'll still be on stream, still having great conversations. And I'm just like, man, oh man. It still takes me back because it was times where I was streaming when I was on TikTok, And early in YouTube, man, it'll be me and 3 people here. So now just to have, people supporting, people showing up on the regular, and people being here, I greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. So I will always say thank you to y'all. Always. I think Jerry Jeudy is working for Kevin Stefanski. Drop the balls, crazy work. I would believe that if he wasn't bad before, but even when he was in Denver, he was dropping passes. Oh, passer rating. Okay. I need to see the passer rating when Shedeur targets them. Okay, got you. I wonder if we could break that down by player. I'll see if we can break it down by player. I'll see. Let's get to it. Let's get to it, y'all. So Shanithia sent me something yesterday. She sent me something on Patreon, and it was regarding Jaxson Dart. I wanted to get to Jaxson Dart on Wednesday. We didn't get a chance to get to it, but we still here. Selmo Fudd, what is going on? Selmo Fudd said, I got something to say.
Oh my God! Wow! I got money.
I need everybody to put Selmo Fudd in the chat. Everybody put Selmo Fudd in the chat. Everybody, please. Selmo Fudd says, I got something to say. Let's get it. We both from Cleveland. We both Browns fans, and I don't care what nobody say about us or our team. All I know is that I'm dog pound for life. Facts. Selmo Fudd. We can't get away from it. Once you start, going through a life as a Browns fan and everybody getting together on Sundays and watching the games together, and you do that for so many years, you can't just turn it off. I was close to it this year, y'all. I was close to it this year. When the Browns drafted Dillon Gabriel, man, I was crying in the bed like Stewie. I was real close to being over it, y'all. I was real close to it. I was like, man, I'm not going to make it. This was me. When we took Dillon Gabriel, I was like, I don't think I support this team no more. But that next day, we got Shedeur. I said, I'm back, baby. I'm back. But it was a rough night when we drafted Dillon Gabriel 94th overall. But you never lose it. It never goes away. Your support for the Browns, it's a love-hate thing. You love them when the times is good. You hate them when the times is bad, but you ride with them. So it's in your blood. Bleed orange. That's what it is. Selmo Fudd, I appreciate you. When you started coming and watching my streams, I think I was just past 500. I think I was just past 500 subscribers, and you was like, man, we going to get you to 1,000. That was one of the first things you said. I don't know if you remember, but I remember. You were like, we going to get you to 1,000. We going to get you to 1,000. And look at us now, man. We here. So I appreciate you. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you believing in me. Also, shout out to the 216. Y'all know what it is. Shout out to the 216. Prime has some new fishing poles. Anybody in here fish? I want to bless you with a set for Christmas. I haven't went fishing in a long time. I went fishing with my uncles when I was young, and it was too slow for me. It was way too slow for me. I might be different about fishing now as I'm older, but when I was a kid and I went fishing, I was sitting there like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? So I don't fish, but if anybody else fishes, definitely let Weta Lemons know in the chat. Let her know in the chat. She's looking to look out for somebody who fishes. So Shedeur got the ball out. I think Shedeur gonna be good. One thing you can always pay attention to is Shedeur is never hanging his head. He's not looking sad. He's not looking like the moment is too big. So that's what you can hang your head on him for. And also, he's looking to get better. He's not running from things he could do better. He's not giving a bland answer. He's saying, you know what? Excuse me. He's saying, I need to just let it go when I see it. Every person has said that. Every person who's broke down the film has said Shedeur needs to let it go. He needs to see it. Even if it's a receiver he don't trust, just throw the ball and see what happens. Shedeur said that out of his own mouth. I can appreciate someone who in real time is looking at things they need to do better, identifying it, and then working towards getting better. That's what people aren't really giving him props for, and they should be. So I think Shedeur, he got it in him. He gonna be fine. So motherfucker, we support you. We're fighting for you Browns fans, and we want the best for you guys. Most of us Shedeur fans are coming around and rooting for the team. I agree. It started where people were trying to divide the fan base. Oh man, you know, you got Shedeur fans and then you got Browns fans, as if Shedeur is not a Cleveland Brown. But now you've seen that was always a plan, because secretly these people had a disdain or a dislike for Shedeur. And the darkness has came to the light. It's out there now. It's out there now. Better than Dylan throwing receivers under the bus. Yeah, you got to appreciate what Shedeur gets up there and says. He's not running from or dodging the smoke on things he needs to do better. So you got to respect that. You got to respect it. If you notice, even the people who hated on Shedeur now are like, man, but he's saying what he got to do. He's aware. So y'all see what it is. At least he's admitting that he needs to improve in specific areas. It's just Maya. I agree. That's what you want to see. How can you go on a path to improve if you don't identify what you need to improve? You can't. All right, let's get to this thing. Let's get it rocking and rolling, y'all. All right, let's go. Let me get this up. Whoops. We're going to get to Jaxson Dart. Shanithia sent me this. I had this set for the other day. We didn't get a chance to get to it, but we added it in and we're going to go through it. That's one of the benefits of being on Patreon. So here we go. Jaxson Dart, everybody.
These comments after the game.
This is football. Like, I'm going to get hit if I'm in the pocket or outside the pocket. Like, I feel like I've played this way my whole entire life. This shouldn't be like any shocker to anybody if you've followed along with my career. We're not playing soccer out here. Like, you're going to get hit. Things happen. It's just part of the game. I appreciate people, wanting to, me to be healthy and all that stuff. And I want to be healthy too. But I play this game aggressive. So I'm not going to just change how I play the game.
All right. That's Jaxson Dart. He plays the game aggressive. He's been evaluated for 4 concussions. He's not going to change the way he plays the game. That's his own words. Dan Orlovsky tried to defend him in another bad take. Dan Orlovsky like taking these L's, y'all. I don't know why he signs up to take an L.
Availability is the best ability.
Jaxson Dart needs to clean up his play. He needs to protect himself. He needs to play aggressive, but don't take the extra hit for no reason. The hit that he took up the sideline when there was nothing else available, he didn't need to take that hit. That's what people were saying. If you were going for it on 4th and 1 and you got to try to run a guy over, that's something you take. But if you are just running on the sideline, staying in bounds instead of going out of bounds to protect yourself, that's not a hit you take. Dan Orlovsky is going to act clueless, so we're going to treat him like he's clueless. Here we go.
We have heard this way too many times. We all know that Jaxson Dart's going to change the style of play, but everyone's talking about the young man as a completely reckless style of player that's not going to get into his second year of the NFL. He plays quarterback. The talk's about New England. He's on the road.
We got to pause it, y'all. We got to pause it.
Oh my God! Wow! I got money.
All right, I need everybody, please put Latanya in the chat. Let me tag her here. Find Latanya. Spell it right. Always here, always showing her support. Everybody tag Latanya in the chat. I just tagged her right here. Thank you for all your support as always. You're always showing up. You're always here. I really appreciate you. Let's see if you left a message. But she hit the PayPal. Let me see. All right. I don't see a message. Just love it a game. Love it a game. I appreciate you, Latanya. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for always being here. And shout out to you from Texas. Shout out to you from Texas. I still remember. I appreciate you, Latanya. Thank you. Thank you for your support. We got Marie in the building. Marie, what's going on?
You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job.
How you feeling today, Marie? Dart's not going to last long if he keeps taking those hits. Maya, I agree. Jaxson Dart going to be done in a couple more years if he keeps playing like this. I agree as well. Dart shouldn't have said that. The team's really going to get him now. They're going to tee off on him. They're going to tee off on him. It's it's crazy. They're going to tee off on him. He just got to know that. Now if 12 said that he's going to play his own game, they crucify him even more in the media. Maya, totally agree with you. Totally agree with you. Your sound effects are priceless. I appreciate that, AM. I put some work into it. Just adding a little bit extra. Just a little bit extra. My favorite sound effect actually I have right now is probably this one right here.
Everybody stay on that side when they switched up. You switched up, stay on that side, man.
That's probably my favorite sound effect. That Ja Morant, you know, we don't want people switching up coming to our side now. So that's the one I like the most right now. I definitely like that one. Shout out again to Latanya. I appreciate you. Let's keep listening to Danny O with his terrible take.
Versus one of the best teams in football, another young quarterback. It's Monday Night Football, and everyone's like, please, please stop making contact with the other team. Will you guys stop being so soft? It's a physical sport. You should know that as much as anybody. Jaxson Dart, everyone take a deep breath with the he's got to take less hits thoughts.
Yeah, that's wrong. And I mean, you know the type of hits that he's taking and why, as the quarterback, your responsibility goes above just any individual play. You are the franchise. And Jaxson Dart, it's not just about the Patriots. It's hits he's been taking all year long. And this isn't about being soft or physicality or whatnot.
Yeah.
It's about playing the position with long-term future in mind, and also your capability to play from inside the pocket. He doesn't have to take these hits to win games for them.
First off, that's the wrongest take Dan has ever had.
All right.
Right? Like, we can't say it's okay for Jaxson Dart to get absolutely abused because he's cool, because he wears a headband, because he's some sort of rock star. Last I checked, Axl Rose is not in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Okay.
That doesn't matter. It's not about just taking hits. It's the sort of hits that you take. It's not like Jaxson Dart ever delivers any punishment. He only absorbs it, and that's the problem. When you're running down the sideline and you've gotten out of the pocket, you've shown that you're willing to compete.
Yeah, Jaxson Dart gets smart. I'm happy Ryan Clark had the nerve to tell him that's the wrongest you've ever been, because he's wrong. Marie says, hey, D, I'm still a little tight about those O-line guys diving for the ground instead of blocking for Shedeur. That's the type of time I'm on for today. It's something we're going to get to. I took some steals. I got a different take on it. I'm not going to spoil it, but I got a different take on it. Love that switch side sound effects. Yes, stay on that side. Don't switch up. We're going to say that after Shedeur wins. Stay on that side. That's it. That's why it made the soundboard.
Everybody stay on that side when they switched up. You switched up, stay on that side, man.
I heard people on the radio this morning talking about they feel bad that they were pushing the narrative that Shedeur couldn't get people lined up. I heard people saying that. Yeah, because you look crazy now that they're not having all these pre-snap penalties. So it was just a reckless thing to do. Say Shedeur was so behind, but stay on that side. Don't come this way. Stay over there. It's full in here. It's very full. Okay, I'll get over it, and I don't like it. We're going to talk about it. We definitely going to talk about it. Marie is always one of the top supporters. So she missed the update for November support. So we're going to show that. And then we're going to get to Tom Brady talking about these quarterbacks.
I think when I hear him.
Again, thank you all for all your support. Definitely wanted to make sure that we highlighted Marie because she is one of the top supporters always, ever since she got here. It's like, when somebody get up there to like do a toast and they got to tell an embarrassing story first. That's how I feel whenever I'm saying something about Marie. When Marie got here, I was at 200 something subscribers. And she just pushed me, told me, hey, put your PayPal up there, put your Cash App up there, and we're going to help you get to 500 so you can receive super chats. And then other people like Selmo Fudd was like, we're going to get you to 1,000. And y'all helped me along the way, and y'all continue to help me grow. So I just appreciate y'all. So thank you. I appreciate y'all. Y'all know when we talk about quarterbacks, I always have to go to Tom Brady. Always got to go to Tom Brady, y'all. I always have to. Tom Brady, he's the quarterback's quarterback. And another reason why I always use Tom Brady is because Tom Brady does not have the physical tools. So you know he was playing the game with his mind. Let's see how he was talking to Josh Allen about hits and taking risks. Let's get it.
What I'm saying, Tommy, is he can't be programmed.
He's like my oldest son. I try to tell him, but in the end, he's just got to do it his way. Speaking from a few years of experience, he still wants just to do it his way. So he can do it his way.
Your oldest son?
No, he's you're not that old. You're not that young. So
he's 27, Jack's 16, so he's closer to Jack's age and understanding of Jack than he is a 46-year-old guy.
I can add too. You don't need to add that. You're right, but I think just from my standpoint, Josh is right, and a lot of playing quarterback in the end is mitigating risk. And I think if there's an opportunity, like, for example, you could throw a ball into tight coverage and go, look, sometimes you just got to make throws in tight coverage. Or sometimes you can just throw the ball to a guy that may be a little bit more open and gain a few less yards.
I think when I hear him.
So what they were speaking about before this clip started was Josh Allen not taking as many hits. And he's telling him to mitigate risk. So I would assume he has the same view for Jaxson Dart. Take less risks. Don't keep taking all the hits if you don't need to. Josh Allen didn't want to hear it. Jaxson Dart don't want to hear it. So it's going to be a tough road for them to get over that. Tough road for them to get over taking those hits for no reason. Stefanski put all those narratives out. I'm still mad at Jerry not feeling him. Wet 11s, me and you was the ones who was trying to give Jerry a little bit of grace. He eliminated that grace over this last 7 days, so it's gone now. I'm there with you. I don't like how some fans digest analytics, but that's a personal gripe I have. Use it to form bad narratives. I totally agree with you because you can find stats that kind of almost say anything, that put people in a good light, put them in a negative light, but I would say just do it across the board. So if you're going to show first two starts, just show everybody's first two starts. Don't take everybody's first two starts and then put Shedeur going in at halftime with no reps and then use that as part of his first two starts. So that's when it's not an honest conversation. That's when you're looking at it sideways, like you're not using this right. So I totally get that, Zedric. I'm there with you. That's nice, D. The supporters are growing. Yes, and I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Each and every one of y'all. D, are you on IG and TikTok? I am on TikTok, the same name, Offtharecorddee. I'm on IG, but I'm not as active on IG. I set up one for Offtharecorddee, but I'm not active there. TikTok is where I post every day on TikTok. I post shorts on TikTok, 2 of them a day, 2 different times. So every once in a while, I respond to comments and stuff on TikTok. Ask Latika. Latika, she actually ended up here watching me on YouTube from TikTok. So Latika knows that I'm a little bit more active over there. Not as much on IG. But TikTok, definitely. Marie is one of our nation's heroes, and she's a real one. I know. Selmo Fudd, you said it from the beginning. You said she's a stand-up person from the beginning. So you told us about y'all both serving together. I want to say it was Germany. Hopefully I'm not getting it wrong. But you said that from the beginning. And like I said before, I appreciate y'all. Thank you for your service. And thank y'all for your support. So I appreciate y'all. Clyde, what's going on? Good morning, Clyde. Morning Scholar. Hello, Shedeur. This is Dak Prescott. Notice on several defensive plays, the Lions forced me to the left. I was unable to twist my hips to throw the ball, as you often master. Yep. You find the defense is looking for things that you feel uncomfortable with. So Shedeur being comfortable rolling left and right, that makes him harder to defend. A defense has to be honest. All natural, what's going on? I don't believe they cheated my Lions out that safety, but man, Shedeur just in a situation where he not loved. It's going to be hard there. Most of the team love him, but you got them good old boys. All natural, that's it. Perfect way to sum it up. You need the belief from the people up top, all of them, not just one of them. So I agree. We just took a different route than most. God's mercy and favor kept us, /us all. I like that. They are still saying Shedeur target rate is 3. Oh, time to throw is 3 to throw. And all the other quarterbacks' target rate is 2. And if he needs to be a quarterback in the league, he has to be target rate of 2. See, we went over time to throw. Time to throw is not a good way to determine if a quarterback is good. They need a stat. That says Shedeur can't read defense. So the easiest stat to use is time to throw. That's what they're doing. They're saying, hey, time to throw, can't read defense. The problem is, if you look at anybody else who also has a long time to throw, they would never say they can't read defense. Time to throw is a stat that should be used to determine if you are doing short, quick passes or if you are looking for bigger plays. That's what it should be used to determine. Are you looking for a deeper pass or are you looking for something short? That's how it should be used. Not can you process, because that doesn't make sense. Lamar Jackson had a long time to throw. Spiritual Word Exposed asked me about it when we were going over everybody's time to throw. Nobody would say Lamar Jackson can't read a defense. So it just doesn't make sense. They're using it in a way to only bury Shedeur. That's exactly what Zedric was speaking on earlier. That's what they were speaking on. Man, the way they've been throwing that QBR thing around, I respond with, well, how do you calculate QBR because y'all dying on this hill? Their response every time is, you look it up, Shedeur is trash. Doggy bone. Hey, protect yourself, man. Protect yourself. Don't argue with the trolls. The same way when you go to, say you go to Tennessee and you go in the mountains and they say, you see a bear, don't feed the bear. Don't feed him. I'll kind of comment back and forth with people. Once they show their hand, you'll see me just fall back from the conversation. And that's in my YouTube. That's on my TikTok. Because it gets to a point, I know they're not having an honest conversation. Once I identify this is not an honest conversation, I got to keep it moving. That's how I do it. Has any other great quarterback such as Joe Montana or Dan Marino ever weighed in on Shedeur's situations, good or bad? You don't really hear that much. From Dan Marino. I heard more from Dan Marino when I lived in South Florida, just because he's a legend down there, but I don't hear him speaking on a bunch of quarterbacks like some of these other guys are. It just shows you who's real supercomputer with only 6 practices with the first team. His numbers are already comparable. Totally agree with you right there, Arjizzle. Totally agree. Did you see what Cam Newton talked about? Jerry Jeudy and Shedeur, he had a good take. I didn't see it. Detroit Gemini, was it on first take or was it on 4th and 1? Let me know. I'll add it. We can watch it together. I'll add it.
Oh my God! Wow!
Everybody drop wet 11s in the chat. She's been here for about a week and a half, I want to say, right before Thanksgiving. Since then, she's been in like every stream. Great input, great support. Thank you for all you do. I appreciate you, Wet 11s. Thank you for always being here. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it. I think it's interesting that Shedeur said it's about belief last week, trust this week. Those two things matter. Can be the difference between being good and great. I totally agree with you, Cedric. Was it a comment from today? Marie, me? Were you asking me, was it a comment from today? Or was it one of the comments I was reading? Tommy Reese gave Shedeur a glowing review. Mary Kay reported on it today. Yeah, I didn't even watch Tommy Reese. If it's good, we can add it. Good morning, D, in the chat. That girl Bree, what's going on? To me, time to throw is a weak argument, especially when you had a QB with a 4-second time to throw last week and the opposing QB had a similar time to throw. I agree. I'm going to tell y'all something about time to throw. When we looked up time to throw, do y'all remember the quarterback, Max Brosmer, I think that's his last name, for the Minnesota Vikings, from Cam Newton. Let me look it up. I'll look it up. Max Brosmer, his time to throw, I want to say was at like 2.5 or something like that, 2.56. He had 4 interceptions. And 4 sacks, but his time to throw was low. Would you take his faster time to throw with 4 interceptions, or would you take what Shedeur did versus the Raiders, or even last week? Because Shedeur didn't turn the ball over 4 times. Which one would you take? Let's see. All right, we got it right here. All right, hopefully it's a shorter version. It looks like
walk on the 4th and 1. Well, I always got it.
All right, he doing some singing and Shedeur versus Jerry Jeudy clash. Okay. Peggy got the baldy out. All right. All right, we're gonna get to it, y'all. We're gonna do a slight pivot. Here. Let's get rid of you. Let's get you back up here. We got it here. Let's listen. We're going to get to it. What do we have next? What am I missing? Make sure I'm just not going too far.
I was looking for Shedeur.
All right, we got that next. Okay, good. All right, we're going to get to 4th and 1, and then after 4th and 1, we're going to go to I got some still clips on the play of the Browns offensive lineman. That's what I'm going to do. We're going to go 4th and 1 here, and we're going to see what he says. All right, so from Cam Newton, this is from 1 day ago, Marie. 1 day ago. Jerry's going to be different on Sunday. I think he got the potential to with everybody coming at his neck. What is frustrating is supporting Shedeur but not commenting on podcasts and slice to speak negatively on him because it feeds the narrative. Yeah, it's tough. It's hard. The only problem is commenting on it. It just feeds them more out there to the algorithm because it's engagement. So it's hard, but you gotta let them be. The only way they disappear is if you let them be. The more you comment, the more they get that engagement, good or bad, because the algorithm don't care if it's good or bad engagement. They're going to keep feeding it out there. So their views got to go from 100,000 views on the Shedeur topic to 10,000 to 5,000, and then they'll stop. But commenting on it, as much as we want to fight it and do it, it's only helping the person who's hating on Shedeur. So it's crazy. God is fighting this battle. That's why everything is getting exposed. I agree with you at 11s. Everything, darkness coming to the light. I agree because we are on his neck and everyone is calling him trash. He get right this week. That's about Jerry Jeudy. I agree with that. Last week, do you think Shedeur moved the ball down the field well, or could it have been better? Beast, last week it could have been better. He had some opportunities where they set up some good plays for Jerry Jeudy. He was just looking at Jerry Jeudy and was not about it. He was not trying to throw him the ball. He doesn't have that rhythm and timing with Jerry Jeudy. He was looking at him and was like, nope. When Jerry Jeudy was open and doing what he's supposed to do. So he definitely could get better from last week. Cam needs to pay for a real intro. Yeah, he was doing the beatboxing. I had to skip past that, Shadithia. I had to skip past it. We hope so. I don't know. Jerry Jeudy seems to be dead set on making 12 look bad. Yeah, he got some stuff going on. Then you have ESPN Cleveland saying, stop trying to save Shedeur, like you can't even call out the lies. They're doing whatever they need to do for engagement. That's what they're doing. That is what they're doing. So they're doing what they got to do for engagement. The people are still on his neck. Yeah, Jerry Jeudy got to turn it around how everybody's on his neck. They still talk about Dylan's fiance. Yeah. You put yourself out here, they're going to be at you. I've been blocking people left and right. Detroit Gemini, that's what you got to do. You just got to block them and keep it moving. They're not having honest conversations. If somebody responds to something I say and they say because he's a 5th-round pick, I don't respond to him. I respond to him. I put out the video of Ryan Clark, and I said, for any rookie to have success, you need to be able to know that you're not going to get pulled out. You need to know that you're not going to get pulled out the game for making a mistake. Any young player, no matter where you were drafted, you need to know that if you make a mistake, it's okay. They're going to let you play. If a team is not willing to do that for you, they're not trying to help you have success. So that is something that Shedeur needs and everybody needs. When I put that video out and people say it's because he's a 5th-round pick, I don't respond to them. If you say 5th-round pick, I'm not responding to you. That's not an honest conversation. That's not an honest conversation. So I let him live. Let's see what Cam's talking about, y'all.
Starter for week 14, man. Cam, in this game versus the 49ers, we want to really break down how did Shedeur look? And also, man, you spoke about
I got to say this because I agree with you, Ms. Brown. The players were trying to take their knees out, but it seems like they knew the plays. I agree with you. And that's what we got next up on the docket. We're going to get to it. I agree with that take.
Equality on First Take, man. So talk about that, man, and the opportunity that Shedeur gets to be the Week 14 starter.
Man, listen, as I mentioned before, I think as a young player, Shedeur is owed just like Dylan Gabriel.
Hold on, let me pause this. Crimson Rose, hello Dylan, tell your lady to chill. I lost CD Lamb because I stupidly reached to snatch his phone. I remember that from draft night. Like, what are you doing? Don't make this moment about you. Luke McNown tweeted yesterday, Shedeur looks like a 5th-round pick. I just can't engage with these bad faith actors anymore. Zedric, do you remember he also was saying it's normal for backups not to get reps? And then now they're saying he looks like a 5th-round pick when he's not had enough reps. So they were never coming into that to have an honest conversation. So I agree with you. Just let it roll off your shoulders.
Gabriel is owed the opportunity to showcase what they're capable of doing. With that being said, I do believe in equality. I do believe that, hey, what you give one, you must give other.
Yeah.
But it's not a must. It's best that you do. Now, the argument is, do you have Shedeur still have the week-to-week basis starter, or do you just say, hey, for the rest of the season, Shedeur Sanders is going to be our starter? I think you still play it week to week.
Okay.
But with the knowing of, hey, we got to identify what Shedeur Sanders can really be with the right help. We all know that skillfully, the Cleveland Browns rank at the bottom of the NFL.
I'm going to pause them real quick because right there, I disagree with Cam. And the reason why I disagree with Cam is because if you have ever been in a high leverage situation, you have to know that mistakes are okay. That's the only way you get better. You don't get better by playing it safe and not pushing yourself to the limit. So that's why I disagree with Cam. What are the Browns trying to do this year? If they're saying the main goal is to find out if Shedeur can be the quarterback of the future, you tell them, hey, you got these last 6 games, play and just play free. So that's where I disagree with Cam, because it shouldn't be week to week. We saw, how did week to week serve Joe Flacco? Week to week turned Joe Flacco, an 18-year vet. He looked like a rookie quarterback in Kevin Stefanski's offense with these weapons, with the healthiest version of the Cleveland Browns. The healthiest version, he looked like a rookie because he was week to week. Dylan Gabriel is Dylan Gabriel is Dylan Gabriel. He went out there every week and said, Dylan Gabriel's our quarterback. Dylan Gabriel's going to start next week. If he comes back from the concussion, he's our starter. I'm not asking for anything special. I'm asking for you to do the same thing that you've done this year and give a quarterback assurances that mistakes are I'm not going to pull you. That's all I'm asking for. I'm not asking for him to be the quarterback next year or any of that. I'm just saying for the rest of this season, a 3-9 football team that needs to determine what Shedeur Sanders is as a quarterback, give him the grace that you gave the people who played before him in the exact same season. I'm not going back to 2021 and saying Kevin Stefanski did this in 2021. I'm going back 7 weeks ago, what Kevin Stefanski was doing and saying, do that same thing now. So people who say do it week to week, I vehemently disagree with them. And those are my reasons why. Do the same thing you did for Dylan. Don't give away none of Shedeur. Don't give Shedeur all the first team reps like you did with Dylan. Leave the backup cold because remember, Shedeur's a rookie. You know, when you got a rookie out there, you gotta get him all the reps he can get. That's what you told us when Shedeur wasn't getting the reps. Do the same thing for Shedeur. That's all I'm asking. I don't want nothing special. I don't think y'all are asking for anything special for Shedeur. Y'all are saying just you establish the bar and the line right here with how you do things, maintain that. That's what people are asking for because we believe Shedeur is better than Dylan, and we believe given equal opportunity, Shedeur will outperform him. That's all we asking for. That's it. Oh, I didn't know he said that on first take because here he said no. He said, "Oh, do it this way or this way," and then he's like, "Oh, do it week to week," and I'm like, I vehemently disagree with that. I hope Shedeur lets it rip. I thought Stefanski was an offensive mind. Questions that need answers. Wet 11s. Questions that need answers. He left no doubt and would have did that the whole year if he could have. Zedric, I agree. Speaking on Dylan Gabriel, he can't do the same thing for Shedeur because it's personal. He just does not like him. It is clear. I agree with that, Wet 11s. I think you and Cam are saying the same thing. Cam doesn't like that they are saying week to week. I'm still looking at Cam's side eye, but he did say that on first take. I'm right there with you, Marie. I'm ready to make sure my disagreements are known early. we gonna still listen to Cam, but I'm letting it be known. I believe Dylan's lady because he acted like the QB1 spot belonged to him. Yep, he did. That's why I blamed a lot of that circumstances and situation on Dylan.
It's true.
And it's not by choice, it's by force because of management decisions that didn't pan out.
Uh-huh.
Specifically, Deshaun Watson. That's my dog. That's a person who I'm very fond of. This is a person who I believe is extremely talented.
Yeah.
But just like any investment, if your investment tank, or just void it when you go to the bank, nobody cares. It stank.
Yeah, that's real.
You dig what I'm saying?
I did.
With him being injured, he don't help nobody in the training room.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a lot of capital that he has with just him as an individual.
Yeah.
So that handicaps the ability to acquire other talent. Now, that does not have anything to do with our ability as the coaching staff, as the executive leaders, to be able to determine if a person is competent or not. Mm-hmm. To Shedeur Sanders' performance, I am thoroughly pleased because, number one, he protected the football.
Okay.
As efficient as he possibly could have been, right? But certain things just comes with repetition. Yeah. Certain things just come with time. Certain things just come with being thrown or thrusted into the line of fire. You can't mimic that in practice. You can't mimic that in the film room. You cannot try to make this feel like the game. You try to practice like that. Yeah. But there's something about real game reps that makes or breaks a specific individual. Now, Shedeur had a very clean game.
Yep.
One of the things that was a little of a head scratcher was his dialogue with Jerry Jeudy on the sideline. Show the clip, Big.
I agree with that, Shanithia. Like, bruh, I'm back. You got to go. You got to go.
If you can read lips, you can clearly see that he's saying it's the throw.
Yeah, throw the ball, yeah.
Now, this is what I want to caution everybody about this. This happens more than people give it credit for.
You're correct.
I don't think it's the what that's happening or it's the how it's happening. It's the who
it's real.
It's happening to.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say it like this. Jerry Jeudy. you're not in no way, shape, form in the position, and I'm gonna just keep it above.
Yeah.
You're not in a position to question another quarterback that is young and is expecting the best, the most out of you. And if he's challenging you to do that, don't push back. Do not make matters worse, especially in a game like this where, hey, at that particular point, I do believe that they were down or they're trying to find a way to win. We're not arguing about if he was running or not, or you saying that it was a bad throw or not. See, the thing about the receiver position that I always have to remind people, what makes a great receiver is the ability to normalize difficult catches. You catch the ones that some would say you're not even supposed to catch.
That's real.
Being a receiver and you only catch the ones that you're supposed to catch, and that's it, does not validate you as a good receiver.
It's facts.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand.
The good receivers, hell, the great receivers are the ones that say, man, how in the world did he catch that? And still caught it. Y'all on the sideline arguing to what seems to be a discussion about whose fault it was.
Yeah, because it seemed like he overthrew Jerry Jeudy.
In that
Jerry
dynamic,
Jeudy went running.
In that dynamic, Jerry Jeudy, what I would tell you is, hey, bro, this ain't the time and the place. Cool. Hey, what would you expect me to do? Because the eyes are on you.
Facts.
Matter of fact, the eyes is on Shedeur.
Which you standing next to.
Hello.
You know.
You done caught a stray.
Facts.
We was trying to shoot Peggy.
Come on.
Ended up hitting Jimbo.
Nah.
Huh?
I'm
You ain't gonna hit me because I don't stand next to suckers.
Gonna knock that cap off. Yeah, they don't hit him. Down goes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the whole thing about the dynamic is like, yo, bro, just the week before, you was the same dude.
You know, fumbling and stumbling, trying to do N1 mixtape crossovers.
See, that's where the who comes back into play.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, as a veteran receiver, right? Whether you want to give the credit to you being a leader or not, Shedeur Sanders is depending on you. Shedeur Sanders, any other quarterback, whether it's Dylan Gabriel, Joe Flacco, Bailey Zappi, it don't matter. We need receivers to perform at a high level. I don't need to beef with you, brother.
Yeah.
We pulling in the same direction.
But let me ask you this. You said this happens all the time. You know, something like, what does that conversation look like in that situation? A heated.
What's going on, Tessa? Let's hit a couple comments. We let them breathe for a minute. We let them breathe. Makes you wonder what Kevin is telling Dylan. She wasn't lying. I agree. And I agree with Dylan not wanting to leave off of the field. I agree with that as well. He was chilling. Mary Kay said they need to do week to week with Shedeur because he needs to feel hungry, talking about he feels like he's arrived when he wins, and they don't like that. That pissed me off. These people have no idea. These people have no idea what they're talking about regarding Shedeur. I've said it from the beginning. They don't know Shedeur. They don't know what he's about. They don't know his goals. They don't know his intentions. They don't know what he's working towards. So they get it wrong every single time they try to act as if they understand Shedeur. Every single time. Every single time. I saw that from Mary Kay, and I was just like, what are we doing? What are you saying? What are you talking about? He feels like he's arrived. By saying he needs to get better? Do you listen to the whole clips, Mary Kay? When you sit in there, he says, we won, but I need to do this and this better. How does that mean he's arrived? So they just wrong. Latika, they just get it wrong so much that I just try not to give it that much breath. I try not to give it that much breath. Deion said at the beginning, I never learned nothing from watching from the bench. Yes, that means he learns from doing, not from watching. Very few people learn from watching. Very few people learn from watching. Majority of people, I've trained people in a lot of different industries that I've worked in. Most people learn from watching you do it one time, maybe even watching you do it twice. The third time needs to be the actual person doing said thing, and then they have to get reassurance from you if they did it right or wrong, and then they have to do it again, and they have to do it again, and that's how they get it. Not sitting here on the sideline just watching. That's not it. So I totally get it. If you ever trained anybody, you fully understand this. You fully get it. Not fumbling and stumbling? Yeah. I felt like when Peggy said N1 crossover. Yeah. Wet 11s, I think he was here. I said that too. I put it up. I'm like, he doing the old N1 mixtape stuff. What is he doing? Not Bailey Zappi. Kev give him a whole new name. Whole new name. He done named him something different. That ain't what that man's family named him. I hate to say this, but time to trade Shedeur because this is a nightmare. Tessa, stay strong. Stay strong. Stay strong. We just gonna eliminate the headaches. That's all. We're gonna take some Tylenol and clean this thing up. We're gonna eliminate the headaches. If Shedeur starts to act stoic like Jalen Hurts, they will have a problem with that. They're gonna have a problem regardless. It's a no-win situation. No win. You can't win. Can't win. They're gonna take exception with anything he does because they've created a market of people who want to see you criticize and critique Shedeur. They created a market for it, so he can't win. I don't even get mad anymore when they lie. I just say another blessing for Shedeur from God. Perfect way to look at it. What 11s? Perfect way to look at it. It's just crazy. Let's wrap up. Let's see what else Cam got to say. I like he pointed out. Cam pointed out, you ain't been doing your thing. You can't come in here dirty saying people need to get clean. You got to be clean when you come in here. Jerry Jeudy is not clean. There's too many stains on that jersey from mistakes he's made all year. So you're the wrong one to be passing that message in his second start with limited reps. Wrong person. Wrong person. Got to be somebody else. Somebody else. You're right. We don't need to ask for a trade. Only if Shedeur does. That's it. That's it. Remember, when a team drafts a quarterback, as soon as they look at that quarterback and they have that inkling he can be the future, they have to hand him the keys to the franchise. That's what they have to do. So Shedeur, he saw an opportunity with the Browns. He said, man, if you're confident and you perform, you can get the keys to this franchise. And then you're not worrying about a coach that don't like you because they give you the keys to the franchise. I told y'all this months ago. The coach is going to go every single time before the quarterback that the organization believes in. The coach will always go first. History tells us this. History tells us this. So we don't got to worry about it. Let's see if we need anything else from them.
Moment, you might overthrow the person. You might think your wide receiver's not running hard enough to go get the ball. What does that look like? And from a quarterback's perspective, how do you get over that mentally?
Man, this is what I would say, and kudos to this particular individual, and people know I love him, but this is why I loved him. Greg Olsen. Mm-hmm. If that was Greg in that type of situation, he comes back to the sideline. He doesn't mention anything or hint towards anything or does not send any innuendos about accuracy. He simply will ask, what would you want me to do? Mm. Because Greg would always say, and still says it on the platforms that listens to him, it's every eligible receiver's job and responsibility to be where the quarterback is expecting you to be. Not what this sheet of paper, not what the playbook says, is where does the quarterback expect me to be? Because if y'all locked in and y'all expectations is what everybody flourishes then. Yeah, there's so many times in Carolina, my Carolina tenure, that me and Greg just had a look and it was like, yo, hey, this is what he would always say it. Why would I run to get covered if I'm open right now? And if it's the first read or if it was a broken play, bro, that's where backyard football is unlocked. And I'm not about to sit up here and say, hey, man, the playbook told me to be. No. It is every eligible receiver's job, duty, and responsibility to be where the quarterback is expecting you to be.
Facts.
I think that's a good stopping point right there. I think what he's saying is exactly what Shedeur is saying. Right there. You have to be where the quarterback expects you to be. Shedeur has said, we got to get the trust. The trust ain't there. What people are also forgetting, Shedeur said, was we practice it one way. The receiver is here. In the game, the receiver is here in a different spot. I ain't going to throw you the ball in that situation. You got to be where you're supposed to be. Cam, he articulated it better. You have to be where the quarterback expects you to be. That's how y'all get on the same page. So I like this take. Shout out to Detroit Gemini for saying, check this out. I like this. Maybe his wording at the beginning is what I didn't agree with. But when he got to the actual realness of it and was talking about the circumstances, I agree with him. Judy's not the right guy to say this. And also, they got to be on the same page, and it has to be where the quarterback wants you to be. So I think that's a very good breakdown. Latika said, you could pretty much be done with this clip. She's like, we heard enough for Cam. Jameis doing a guest appearance on Fox Sunday. Already know he'll say something funny. Of course. Right. Where does the QB want me to be? JJ thinks it's all about him. Yep. You got to be on the same page. How can he trust drop passes? See, I don't think Shedeur is thinking the drop passes, but you got to finish your route. Too many times, Jerry Jeudy has not finished his route. He's not ran through the route. Tillman has not ran through the route. So I think that's what Shedeur's issue. Finish the route. The play's still alive. I can throw the ball 20 yards down the field. So finish your route. These videos are still going in on Jerry Jeudy. I hope he's thinking long and hard about this. Yeah, hey, if the coach is not going to discipline you, hopefully the people from the outside pressure can push you to do more. Hopefully they can. This is short. Hopefully I don't get no issues for playing this. I'm going to play this only one time, y'all. I can't run this a lot. I'm going to play this one time. One time, we're going to play it. We don't even need the volume on this. We don't even need the volume because they got music playing. We're going to play this one time. Yeah, it's a lack of trust with Jerry Jeudy. Lack of trust. I think I played it twice, but that's okay. Hopefully it should be good. All right, that should be good. We played it through. He's probably so tired. They're still cooking him. Yeah, Jerry Jeudy in that press conference was like, leave me alone. Side note, have y'all seen the ticket prices for this game? They sure ain't nowhere $6. Yeah, they ain't $6 no more. Exactly. Jerry slowed down before catching the balls. He did. He think they doing too much, so probably not. Yeah, he probably ain't changing how he view it. This is that clip that got me tight. So the person, I try not to I try not to diss people, so this is not a diss. But what I will say is the person who was speaking on this clip when I listened to it, respectfully, they don't know what they're talking about. The person who was speaking on this clip, I'm saying this respectfully. This is respectfully. They don't know what they're talking about. This person right here. The person speaking on this clip, they don't know. This is a technique that you use in short yardage situations where it's usually not enough movement. It's going to be tight and compact, and people are pressing in the middle. So all you need is to take out a lineman's legs. Nobody's going to be able to come behind them. You get that 1 yard or that 6 inches or whatever you need to get the first down. So the person breaking this down, they just don't know what they're speaking about. They don't know what they're talking about. Respectfully, that's not a diss to them. They just don't know what they're talking about. The person who was actually speaking on this clip. So, let's go here. All right. So I don't need this in the background no more. All right. Let me get my drawing tool. And let's initiate this thing. So one thing that we all know is the Browns are a bad team. The Browns are a bad team. We all know this. Nobody's defending them saying they're good. The Browns are a bad team. So we know that. So they're going to do some stuff that's bad. And sometimes it seemed like the only explanation would be this is so bad, they have to be blowing the game, throwing the game, not trying. And hold on, let me pause. I got some stuff going on here. And that's just not true. They got poor execution on multiple plays. And this is a situation, it's a combination. The defense knew what was coming, and the offensive players didn't adapt to the defensive players knowing what was coming. The offensive players watch film, but defensive players watch film too. It's a combination. So this is the play right here. This is the play. We have it up here. The people who are going to get beat on this play are going to be Joe Antonio. He's going to get beat. Cam Robinson's going to get beat. Jack Conklin's going to get beat. So you're going to have 3 of your 5 offensive linemen get beat. So that's the first steal. Go to the next one. This is when the play is starting. Let me take these dots down for y'all. So you see, they are aiming at spots. So they believe he is going to just come through this gap right here. So he is trying to take out his legs in an area. He is doing the same thing. He believes, this is Jack Conklin, believes he's going to try to come inside, and he's trying to take out his legs in an area. So let's clear it. Let's go to the next one. What you're going to see is both defenders did swim moves to beat what the offense wanted to do. Both defenders. He was expected to try to go inside. He swim moved outside, threw him to the ground. He just used Bitonio's momentum to push him to the ground. This defender did the exact same thing with Jack Conklin. He didn't have to touch him as much. So they were going for a spot they thought he was going to be. They were going for a spot. Now remember, this is not good execution. So remember, this is not good execution. The defense watches tape. This is where your offense needs to be creative and not just keep doing the same play. You need to do something to get them off balance, to make them watch, to make them watch the whole field. The Cleveland Browns do not do that. They are not creative. They don't have a creative offense. So you see, they had KT Levinson lined up in the backfield at fullback. He was able to replace where Jack Conklin got beat. You didn't have a fullback on the other side. You had nobody to replace it. You had nobody to replace where Bitonio got beat. Bitonio's on the ground down there. And then also Robinson is about to get beat as well. But Robinson did a better job than Bitonio. Bitonio's on the ground. But at the end of this play, Robinson's going to be laying on top of Bitonio. But you see here where they're running, this is where they want to go. It's nothing there. Nothing there. Let's go next play, next clip. Now, this is in contrast. I'm going to show you the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears had a similar plan with their lineman, their guard, and they were doing a QB sneak on this play. He's going to do a similar concept. The defender right here is going to do the exact same thing that the San Francisco 49ers defender did, and he's going to, instead of going inside, he's going to swim move, go over his outside shoulder to beat it. The problem was, on this play, they were smart. They QB sneaked right through this hole right here, so it didn't blow up the play. The Chicago Bears ran for 200, let me get the numbers, 281 yards in this game. 281 yards. So this is not a team. This is not a team that is trying to lose. They're not trying to lose. So let's play it. The same spin move. The same spin move. Look at the same spin move. Same thing has happened. All these guys are doing the same move. They're doing the same move. He is going to get beat the exact same way the Browns player did. Exact same way. He got beat the same way. He's on the ground. He's in the backfield. The problem was they weren't running the play where the quarterback had to turn his back. They were running the QB sneak. So he's going to go right through here and get the first down. Right through and get the first down. That's the difference. Big difference. Now, this is another play where the Browns are trying the exact same scheme when they tried the quarterback sneak with the tight end where they fumbled the ball. The linemen were doing the exact same thing. Exact same scheme because you're going short yardage. You're going short yardage. Same way, trying to get a yard. The QB is going to be sneaking. The QB is trying to sneak right here. So they're trying to take these guys out inside so he has room to get those yards. Same way, they just dive forward. We got another diver. We got a diver right here. He's diving inside. He didn't hit anybody. He hit air on that play. But that is the way that they're trying to run this play. Nobody called him out on this play, and this play didn't work either. It's just a whiff. It's a whiff. The defense, they get film too. They watch film too. Play was shut down because of the fumble, but exact same attempt, the same style of blocking that they use. So that's why I said respectfully, this is not a diss to the person who originally put that out on TikTok. They just don't know what they're talking about. That's all it is. The Browns are not good. Their scheme is not good. It's not creative. And this is how you end up in situations like this. That's how you end up in situations like that. So I know everybody wants an answer for why the Browns are bad. They want to answer for why the Browns are bad. The Browns are bad because they don't have creativity and they have no room for error. They have no room for error. So let me get to some of y'all comments. So they whiffed because no one was there when they did it. That is it. Because the defenders, instead of going inside, went outside. They just did a swim move. They were in the backfield. They didn't block anyone, nor did they go for anyone's ankles. Someone else said what they should have done by going for their ankles, but that's not what they did. Bentonio is the ops. It's because it's supposed to be such a short yardage play. You're just trying to take out their legs so nobody can come behind them and make a tackle. Bentonio is the one, actually, this highlights Bentonio has not been having a good year, but the Browns are letting Bentonio finish the year because he's most likely going to retire. He has been getting beat like this all year. Bentonio has been getting beat like this all year. All year. People just not highlighting it. They're not highlighting it. Yeah, I tried to give Bentonio the benefit of the doubt, but no more. Bentonio has not been good. Them benching Wyatt Teller does not make sense. Bentonio has been worse than Wyatt Teller to me over the course of this season. Bentonio has been way worse to me. I forgot what the play is called, but ran a fake up the middle and tossed it to outside the junkers on the next drive, I believe would have been perfect for me. Yeah, they know that you were trying to go the shortest distance. The shortest distance is straight. Aggressive teams usually switch it up. So they'll go straight some. They'll go over. They'll go through a different gap. They'll go through a B gap. They won't always go through the A gap. So defenses watch film too. They watch film too. If I trusted them, I could believe you, but we're going to have to agree to disagree on this one. Bentonio and Conklin, I'm watching them. Bentonio acting like a Hall of Famer. He's trash. It's a setup. D, you're too kind. I would say it's a setup. This is where I would agree with you on the setup. If Bentonio has been good all year, and then on certain plays when Shedeur got in, he was bad, I would question it. Bentonio's been bad all year. They're just letting him play. Bentonio has been playing way worse than Wyatt Teller this whole year. Look at the course of a year. Bentonio's been playing way worse than Wyatt Teller. They are just letting they're sacrificing Wyatt Teller for whatever reason, which is wrong, and they're letting Bentonio still stay out there. So if this was a good player and then they played bad on certain plays for Shedeur, then I would agree with you. But if it's a bad player who's been bad that nobody has highlighted the whole year, then that's where the disagreement is, which is cool. Everybody don't have to agree with me. I like when people have an honest conversation. It don't always got to end in us agreeing. So that's cool. I don't know about that, D. It doesn't look like they were doing anything. They went straight to tackle Juckins. Detroit Gemini, sign up for the free version of Patreon. I'll do it. I'll do videos of both and compare them and show you. It's the exact same. They're using the exact same technique. Exact same technique. I watched, when Shanithia sent me this last night, I think it was about 44 short yardage plays that happened last week where the running back ran the ball across all teams. Most teams do not run this technique. They don't use this technique on short yardage. They run block like it's a regular run block. The teams that run this, Philadelphia Eagles use this technique. The Browns use this technique. The Bears use this technique. Most teams just block like a normal run play, so they don't tip their hand. That's why I said the Browns are not creative in what they do. They're not creative. Not creative. I don't see it being the same. The Browns look like they put in zero effort. It's going to look like that when you're not good and people know what you're doing. The thing that they're doing with Teller, their highest rated O-lineman, putting him out the game and benching him, I don't trust nothing coming from the Browns. It's a setup. That's where we agree. That's where we agree. If this was Wyatt Teller making this mistake, then I would say, dang, Wyatt, what's going on? You've been playing way better. But this is not Wyatt Teller. This is Bentonio, who has been getting beat a lot. He has been getting beat a lot. Bentonio's been getting beat a lot, and nobody's talking about it. Nobody's talking about it. They are extra bad. They are ranked 31 out of 32 on offense. The tight end offense is 32. Yeah, bad offenses, you're going to get bad football. You're going to get bad football. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. Isn't Teller the one who lifted up 12 in the celebration? Yes, he is. That girl Bree, he did. Yep, I'll get that. I'll get that video up for you, Detroit Gemini. I'll get it up. Depending on what time we end it live, I got some stuff to do about 2:00, so I'll see. If I don't get it up as soon as the live ends, then I'll get it up this evening. It'll be up by this evening for you. This was the first game they were rotating O-linemen. Other commentators said that made zero sense for them to rotate them out unless they are injured. I think their kickbacks were sabotaging 12. So this is the third game they are rotating linemen. The third game. So they have rotated tackles this year. They rotated tackles in the game with DeJuan Jones early in the year, and then they rotated Livingston, and when Cam Robinson was out, no, not Cam Robinson. Cam Robinson was in when Jack Conklin was hurt. They rotated Leventon and somebody else at right tackle. This is the third game they did it. It makes zero sense to do this. This is not what you do. Offensive linemen need to play together on every single snap so they understand what the next person is doing. Offensive linemen and defensive linemen need to work in sync. So rotating them makes zero sense. Zero sense. It's a terrible thing to do. So I want y'all to hear me. I want y'all to hear me. What the Browns are doing is not smart. They're not smart, and they have a bad offense. On that play that everybody is highlighting, it's not on them. Who is the QB? DeJuan Jones, the QB. DeJuan Jones got injured. Let me remember back who he got injured against. Did DeJuan Jones get injured against the Steelers? I'll tell you the team. I'll tell you when. One was with Dylan Gabriel. And then I'll tell you when it was DeJuan Jones. Did he get injured against Pittsburgh? Oh, he got injured. DeJuan Jones got injured against Green Bay. So that was early. That was Joe Flacco. So they've done this with Joe Flacco, Dylan Gabriel, and Shedeur. They've done it with all three. Seems like everyone who has a connection with 12, they start messing with. Yeah, that side, I agree with you. It don't look good. That side, it don't look good. It does not look good at all. So just remember, only thing I'm defending is they're just bad. That wasn't a sabotage. They're just bad. They've been playing bad. Where we at? I learned so much from watching your show. Thank you for breaking down the plays. No problem. I got y'all. No problem. Yep, it was. You're right. It was week 3 against the Packers when the guy blew his knee up. What's your prediction for the game on Sunday? I think easy Browns win. The Browns defense should be a nightmare for Tennessee's offense. Tennessee's offense is the worst in the league, and if you watch it, it's the worst in the league. Well, that's the thing, Marie. Every time Kevin Stefanski has done this, he's put it under the guise of a guy was injured. So with DeJuan Jones, he said it was injury related. That's why they did it. And DeJuan Jones said, I wasn't injured. So Kevin Stefanski puts it under the guise of I was injured. But that's when DeJuan Jones got injured, so we could easily find when he did it. I'm just saying they are injured. They were just rotating them. I understand injury, but they weren't injured this last game. Yeah, DeJuan Jones said he wasn't injured either. When they were rotating DeJuan Jones, they asked him after the game, it was with the heat. They're like, oh, was the heat a problem? And he said, no, it wasn't a problem. So that's what Kevin Stefanski tries to put it under when he says it to the media. But the guys who are playing are saying that's not the reason. DeJuan Jones said, I had no issues with heat. It wasn't an issue with me. That's just what Kevin Stefanski said. And then the other one, Conklin was injured. He was not playing at all. He wasn't injured. He was injured. He was not playing at all. When they were rotating the 2 tackles, they were just rotating them. It didn't make sense. So the starter was out, and they rotated the 2 backups. So, where we at? I so hate that Cam, he has had a bad offense. His offense is really bad. If you think the Browns offense is bad, I got you, Clyde. I don't know why the bot got you. If you think the Browns offense is bad, when y'all see the Titans offense, it's no flow to their offense. The same way I'm yelling, hey, run play action off of the run. They don't do that. Their offense is really bad. I watched the All 22 for about 8 games of Cam Ward, and I was like, I'm not watching this. It's that bad on offense. It's that bad. Special teams may be a problem in this game. Again, best returner in the league coming. Special teams always going to be a problem. Always going to be a problem. Yeah, they always going to be a problem. Let me get Clyde. I don't know what about got you. Shedeur, my man, this is CeeDee Lamb. Hey, Jerry Judy. Last night, Dak threw a go route pass. He threw the ball not to me, but to a spot. I had to keep running hard to the spot. I caught the pass. Talk to him, Clyde. Talk to him. Okay, how's the defense for the Titans? What should 12 look out for? Zedric beat me to it. They only have a defensive line that's okay. Their defensive line is the only thing that they have that's okay. Let's go to, let me pull it up like we did last week. Let's go to PFF. And I'm going to show y'all where their defense ranks. All right, so they got the 28th ranked defense. Let's go here. All right, this is PFF ranks. Ranks out of 32. They got the 32nd offense, the 28th ranked defense. They do 70 run to pass. Where is it where it actually ranks it? Let me find it for y'all. Coaching cannot be trusted at all. Benching healthy players is not cool. I agree. That is a big, big, big failure on their part. Big, big, big failure. There's no way they should be benching guys who are healthy. That's why if we're talking about like if you can trust them, if you're asking if we can trust them, I don't think we can trust them. Let's see. Get the premium stats for y'all. Why do you think Haslam won't fire anybody? He acts like he is scared. So Jimmy Haslam used to fire people way too early. He used to just fire them. It'll be 1 year, you'll have one bad season, Jimmy Haslam will fire you. So now he is trying to take his time. Hold on, let me make this bigger so I can see this. He's trying to take his time with firing guys to give him more time. I'm not worried about the snow. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna snow. It was in the forecast for snow, but it's still early. Hey, where'd my camera go? All right, I'm back. I had to take myself off camera. If the winds aren't crazy, it should be good for him. I'm not worried about the snow. Yeah, the wind is the thing that'll get you. What's the Browns offense ranked there? Browns offense, I just had it up. Let me go back. I don't like how PFF make this stuff so small. Browns. Man, I don't like PFF's website, y'all. I do not like it. Why? Give me the full stats. Website is nasty. Go back to the beginning. Asante, what's going on? Six years is not enough for failing Kevin. Yeah, he just holding on. Browns offensive rank is 31st. Their offensive rank is 31st, and the Tennessee Titans are 32nd on offensive rank. We got it right here. So you got two of the worst offenses by ranking in the league. Then you have one of the worst defenses going against our defense, which is ranked third best. I want to see Man, they gotta update these websites. The way you function on them is so trash. Let's go premium grades. With 4 bad seasons under the belt, Jimmy can say he gave ample time for Kevin to correct it and build a consistent winner. Yeah, I don't know what they said to them preseason, but they said something to them preseason or before the year that has the Browns believing that they have more time than they should. Because I don't understand why you would keep Kevin Stefanski. I don't know what the draw is. He hasn't performed. I wouldn't keep him. If it was me, Kevin Stefanski would be gone. I wouldn't keep him. He'd be out of here. All right, here we go. I need the team reports. I mean, Haslam watching Kevin sabotage Shedeur, putting player safety at risk, and he's not firing him. You have to think he's okay with this. Yeah. I don't know how you sit back and watch this, and you're the laughing stock of the league, and you just accept that. I don't know how he accepts that. I wouldn't accept that. I wouldn't accept that at all. Y'all not just gonna be clowning me every single week. No way, no how. 2 worst teams for Shedeur and Cam. Go figure. Yeah, it's crazy. These header Bull and Jason are still talking about drafting the QB. Shaking my head. They haven't even watched the QBs. So them saying draft the QB, it's like it's null and void. Like they haven't even watched the quarterbacks. If you ask them what quarterback should you take, who would you take? They can't tell you. They will say, "Oh, well, I'm hearing Fernando Mendoza," or "I'm hearing this person," and they haven't even watched them. They haven't even watched them. So now the PFF grades for their best defenders, which is what I thought: defensive linemen, 3 defensive linemen, and 1 linebacker. So those are their highest rated. So their defensive front is good, but besides that, you can move the ball on them. You can run the ball on them. This should be a game where you could do whatever you want to do on offense for the Cleveland Browns. It's funny that they're expecting so much from Shedeur Sanders with this offense, 31st rank. Yeah, that's either you believe he is better than what is happening, or you're a hater. Because why would you expect more? If you think, like the people who say Shedeur is not good, if you think Shedeur is not good, why would you expect more from him? That goes against you thinking he's not good. So if you expect more, that means you has a place he's capable of getting to that's better. Do you think the Browns will draft the QB? I would stay in college before being drafted to the Browns. You are smart. You don't hear me? Hold on. Do y'all think the Browns? Hold on, let me see. I don't think the Browns are going to be in position to draft the QB. Clyde, refresh your volume. Refresh the YouTube page. I think that's what it is, because it's coming through. It's coming through on my end. So just refresh YouTube. Okay. Y'all know I be so nervous. I be so nervous about the volume. That's the thing. I'll stop the whole thing if the volume is not going. So all right, good. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna be in position to draft a quarterback. I think it's gonna be 2 quarterbacks is worth it. Fernando Mendoza, and then maybe Ty Simpson, Dante Moore. But to me, Ty Simpson and Dante Moore don't have enough starts. Ty Simpson is already starting to see more defenses. He's not looking good. Dante Moore is not he's not playing at the same level he was earlier in the year. So all right, cool. I appreciate y'all. I was nervous. I'm like, dang, my volume's gone. Jimmy fighting his past self, be too quick to fire or give way too many leashes. He has to find his balance as an owner, but it shouldn't take this long. It should never take this long to determine a coach is not good. 6 years is way too long. I don't recall him alternating offensive linemen when Flacco and Gabriel were playing. Yeah, he did. He did tackles when Dylan was playing, and he did tackles when Joe Flacco was playing when he alternated DeJuan Jones. So those are the 2 other times he did it, which I don't think is smart for him to do that. I think it's not smart, but those are the times he did it. Let's see. What did I have next on the docket? Oh, I got something funny for y'all. Let's get to this. I have a question. Who gets the final say in draft picks? Record. Your record and your matchups head to head. So it's just based on your record. Yeah, all based on your record. Text me. I don't think so either. I just think it's a storyline for Cleveland media to talk about. I agree. They just talk about it all year. They can't even tell you. They can't even tell you what's the good things about a quarterback, what's the bad thing, what they work on. They can't tell you none of that stuff. Oh, I read that wrong. I have a question. Who gets the final say in the draft picks? Marie is correct. The owner has to sign off on whoever you draft. I read that wrong. All right, let's listen to Shady McCoy. Let's go to Shady. Shady is always getting Acho together. But let's go to Shady. Talk to him.
Come on him. He's a rookie. Give this guy a chance. When you're a rookie in the league, it's hard as hell. One of the greatest quarterbacks I've ever seen with my eyes. Big fan. Peyton Manning. He was great. Wasn't he great? Ooh, was he great, Care Bear? He was shitty as a rookie. You know that? Did you know that?
Yeah.
He has the pick record right now for interceptions as a rookie.
Yep.
Get a due time. Shedeur Sanders got talent, right? And another thing is, ain't like he's been starting or getting reps with the ones since day one. He hasn't. So he's behind. He got to catch up.
Yeah.
It's going to take time, but you do see the talent, right? That's why you need your veteran wide receivers to help you out. So now when you yell at me, I'm discouraged even more now, right? Instead of doing that, pick him up. The hard part with Shedeur Sanders is this. You want to be patient with him, but it's hard because you got coaches that really don't like him. It's just the fans that don't really like him. And it's like, if I don't ball out now and show I can really play on that level, you might not be patient with me in the future.
Facts.
That's the hard part. I just think he's a really talented player. I mean, they got 3 wins.
Yeah.
How much more do you want a rookie to do? We got 3 wins. Before I even touched the field, we've been losing every game.
Yeah.
Right? And one of the games we did win out of the 3 is from me as a starter. My first game starting.
Yeah.
Get a dude a chance.
Yeah. 4 more games.
That's all they got.
Show me some promise. You got 4 more games. We gave Dylan Gabriel 6 starts. He won 1 and 5. Okay.
I need Shedeur to get 6 starts. Shedeur's 1 and 1. 4 more games. Because 4 more.
Acho always on the wrong side. He's always on the wrong side. He's going to say, give Shedeur 4 more games and then give Deshaun Watson 1 game. I've been telling y'all for the longest. Deshaun Watson had 2 Achilles surgeries. His second surgery was this year in January. And you were saying play him? What are you talking about? This is first time practicing, and we're in December. And you were saying play him at this rate. In 1 month, he is saying play Deshaun Watson to see what he has. That makes no sense. No sense at all. No sense. I think Acho just say this stuff to end up on the opposite side of the person that's sitting next to him. I don't even think he believed this stuff. I don't think he believed it. Because it don't make sense. If everybody and their mom says the Browns have to figure out the QB situation, Deshaun Watson playing 1 game at the end of the year doesn't give you any more answers to the QB question that the Browns have. It doesn't answer any questions. So why would you say that should be the plan? It makes no sense. I like that they're going to push back on him. Actually, we're going to skip him pushing back. It's funny. Let's go to Care Bear. We're going to skip Acho. Let's go to Care Bear.
This isn't a year where a lot of teams are wanting to draft a quarterback high. This isn't a quarterback-heavy draft class coming in. And also, the Browns have other huge deficiencies that they need to fill as well. If he shows any form of promise, he's their quarterback of the future, in my opinion.
So, wait. I just got to talk about this.
Talk to me.
So, Deshaun Watson, he's back in the conversation of like, starting?
He took his first snaps this week. Yeah.
Zedric, wait. This is what I hear.
Have you ever had a dream that you want to?
I don't need the contrarian argument. I need honest conversations. He's not having an honest conversation right here. He's just trying to be a contrarian. That's it. So I don't need to listen to what he got to say. Acho is a backup. He don't know nothing about being a winner. If you watch the practice of Deshaun Watson, he was limping. It makes no sense that they're trying to put that man on the football field. Wet 11's for real.
You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job.
He has more pressing things he needs to worry about than trying to get Deshaun Watson back on the field. Deshaun Watson don't need to be back on the field. And rage bait content is about to expire very soon. People just gonna start to tune it out. I agree. That's what I say. I say tune it out. That's why, like, it's certain times where, you know, Dan Orlovsky, we just showed that he was wrong, but I'm not even going to listen to these people to get to the next person. We're just going to go to the next person in the same show. We're not going to listen to these people playing that game. How do you get consistency and continuity when you're alternating players at a position? Offense is totally different than defense. I agree. It makes no sense, Maurice. No sense. 1 minute he agrees, then the next minute he's on left field. Yep. And what does Ja have to say about that?
Everybody stay on that side when they switched up. You switched up, stay on that side, man.
Acho, stay on that side. Acho, remember, Acho was wrong on this from the beginning. Acho originally said Shedeur was not doing things he was supposed to do, and that's the reason why he wasn't getting the opportunity. The entire world found out that was not true. It was not true. Everybody found that out, that was not true. Then he been backtracking ever since. Now that Shedeur is playing, and he's still trying to defend Kevin Stefanski after that poor coaching he did the other day. So, if I was Shedeur, I would never do an interview with Acho. I would never do an interview with Acho. I would never, ever do an interview with him. Shedeur will be QB1 2026. Mark my words here. I agree with you. Acho, yeah, I just respond to that. Watch when Kevin leaves the Browns, he will start speaking glowingly about Shedeur. Of course. Y'all know what it is.
But Shady, the reason I can't shake
so awful, dog.
But the reason I can't shake my head is it's not as though Dylan Gabriel was drafted to be the franchise quarterback, and it's
right. And I want a math major. I know a little math. I got a couple zeros in my account. I can count a little bit.
Oh wow.
And Dylan Gabriel threw the ball a lot.
Mm-hmm. He did.
Shedeur Sanders, he not really throwing the ball a lot. 15, 18, 20 times a game.
Yeah.
Was he a running back?
Mm-hmm.
Was he?
I do.
Come on now.
I think they're playing a smarter game with Shedeur because they're playing a.
In this clip, Acho is going to say, "Oh, I want to see Shedeur throw not the dig. He wants to see him throw the same plays that Shedeur's already done." He said he wants to see Shedeur do that to prove Shedeur can handle the offense. So on the clear out route, it was a clear out route, and Jerry Jeudy came across the field. When Shedeur rolled out against the Raiders and threw that play to Jerry Jeudy and Jerry Jeudy fumbled, Acho saying he wants to see Shedeur do that play again. Then he's going to say he wants to see Shedeur hold the linebackers underneath and then throw over top of them. Well, he did that against the Raiders. He threw it short the first time to David Njoku. The linebackers initially were playing deep, so he threw it underneath the Njoku. Then the next time, he threw it over their heads when he threw it to Harold Fannin. So even the stuff that Acho is going to say he wants Shedeur to do, Shedeur is already doing. He's already doing it. So Acho is wrong on a bunch of different levels. He's even wrong when it comes to the football side of it and what he says Shedeur needs to prove. He's wrong about that too because he's not paying attention. So Acho is just. I think Shady's gonna talk a little bit more. Let's see.
A safer game with Shedeur.
No, let's go. Let's get past. Are we back to Shady?
Colorado, because even in Colorado, it looks scary at times. I don't want to see him go out there and throw the ball 50 times a game. Because remember, he taking 8 sacks a game. I don't want to see all that.
I ain't saying 50, Acho. 30 at least. 30. He's going for 30. He missed some passes the last game. I don't think he's gonna miss them again. Like, one thing about Shedeur, say what you want, he might take some bad sacks, or he might do this, he might do it, but he can throw the ball, right?
Mm-hmm.
I watched the one of Jerry Jeudy. He missed one. He's a rookie.
Yeah.
He was late to it. He missed it. Cool. I don't think he's going to miss a lot of them passes. Because you watch him in Colorado, say what you want, he could throw the ball.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I mean, I hear you, but...
Y'all hear Shady. I've been waiting for Shady to be back on the show. It seemed like it's been about a week and a half. I don't know, maybe 2 weeks since Shady been on here. So I've been just going right past this. But y'all see it. Treat him like a rookie. How are you holding Shedeur? How do they say all of these things? How do they say Shedeur's a 5th round pick, he not good, that's why he fell to the 5th round? But then in the same breath, how do they hold him to a higher standard than Jaxson Dart and Cam Ward, who were drafted in the 1st round, and they both have reps? Cam Ward had all the reps. Jaxson Dart was being groomed to get the reps. And then now he has all the reps when he's not injured. How do you hold Shedeur to a higher standard than them? The only way you can hold Shedeur to a higher standard is if you truly believe Shedeur is better than them. If you don't believe Shedeur is better than them, why would you raise the bar higher? So it makes no sense. It's just people who dance around situations, dance around subjects, and they just hate Shedeur. That's what it comes down to. They hate Shedeur. Shady has business. Acho needs to get some. That's a fact. James Jones is the one who effectively shuts Acho down. James Jones makes it very clear. TJ Houshmandzadeh, he been iffy for a little while now for me. So I ain't really, when he on there, I just go right past it. I'm like, we not dealing with this one. We ain't dealing with this one. So I can't with Acho. He gets dust. Yeah, can't go like that. Can't do that. Acho is wrong and a hater. Shedeur is training on the job. Give Shedeur time to develop with the ones like Dylan had his time. Be fair. That's all everybody asking for. Nobody is asking for special treatment for Shedeur. They're just saying if this is the baseline when you're the starting quarterback, keep that baseline. That's all they saying. That's all they saying. Shady sounds like Bernie back. I do not watch the show if Shady is on the platform or if not on the platform. Which one, Clyde? I never watch this whole show again. I just tell y'all. If they want to say, oh, you don't get all the context, that's cool. You can say whatever. But I only watch the short versions when they speak on certain subjects, and Shady is there. I watch some of it with James Jones. But if it's TJ Houshmandzadeh, Shady, and Acho, I just go right past it. I'm just be honest with y'all. I do miss when Shady and James Jones are not there. Acho is insufferable. Yeah, I can't get with him. Acho is, he's just one of those people that likes to hear himself talk, and he values his failures as if they're equivalent to success, and his failures don't equate success. Oh, got you, Clyde. All right, we're on the same page. Yeah, you can't tell me a person who always failed, I should listen to that person more than the person who failed and then also achieved success. I got to listen more to the person who broke through the failures and got to success, not the person who was always failing. If you fail at the NFL and then bow out, then you getting fired on TV, bow out. How many times are we supposed to do this when we have other examples of people who had success as players, played a long time, have a higher level of understanding of the game, then they come on TV. Their first stint on TV probably wasn't as good, but now they're hitting their stride, finding their voice on TV. I'm going to listen to that person more. I'm not going to keep listening to the people who never won. I can't do it. Say it loud for the people in the back. Yeah, A.M. Williams, they can't have it both ways. When Shedeur becomes QB1, the haters are going to be in shambles. They are. Honestly, Cam and Dart don't move the needle nationally. That's the reason it's Shedeur all day, every day. That's it. And Cam Ward better buy Shedeur a new car. He better buy Shedeur a new car, whatever car he wants. Whatever car Shedeur wants, Cam Ward better buy it. Because he took all the flack for Cam Ward's bad year. All the flack. Detroit Gemini pulled it up. We were talking about sacks. She pulled it up. She's like, wait, Cam Ward been sacked the most in the league. Nobody talks about it because they want to talk about Shedeur. They'll nitpick Shedeur on 2 plays before they'll speak on Cam Ward having the most sacks. They'll look at Shedeur's time to throw and say he don't understand versus other guys who threw more interceptions. It don't make sense. Makes no sense. That Acho breakdown preach. I don't know anyone who is proud to be a backup. Yeah, he proud of the failure. Extremely proud. When they talk about a backup, his chest puff up. He sit up in his seat. ultimate backup recruited for duty. It's like, man, if you don't go sit somewhere and try to win, it's crazy. It is crazy. All these rookie quarterbacks better thank Shedeur for taking the heat. I totally agree. Totally agree. Shedeur was the number 1 athlete Google in the world. Now that's influence. Totally agree. What? 6 starts? This dude, Acho, is terrible. See, you got bench players talking like starters. Drake said it best. Bench players talking like starters. I hate it. That's how Acho talk. When y'all listen to Acho, you would assume, if you didn't know nothing about football, you would think Acho won 15 Super Bowls, is in the upper echelon of the Hall of Fame, the way he talk about stuff. And then you really look at his stats and you was like, dang, you got here, you didn't really do nothing. You got here, you quit. You went to TV, you've been fired a couple times. Where your success at? So he is ultimate backup here, reporting for duty. It's like, man, go sit down. Acho think he's not black because he is Nigerian. Yeah, he said it's a line, and I think people forget that when people are from another country or even though our skin colors looks the same, they don't look at us as the same, and they don't view you as the same as them. So it's there. Chris Henry Jr. is signing to Ohio State. Let's go. Let's go. I've been waiting on that announcement. I've been waiting on that. I just had a thought. I know Deion worked for NFL Network. I think he did work for NFL Network. Did Deion call Acho trash because he's butthurt? Just sad. Possibly. Well, actually, I know I've been joking on Acho. And I don't mean this as a diss. It's the only way I can say this is going to sound like a diss. Acho wasn't in the league long enough for nobody to critique him. So I'm not even going to laugh when I say it. I'm just going to say it with a straight face because this is not a diss. It's only going to sound like a diss. He was not in the league long enough for people to critique him. He does not have enough game film out there. Yeah, he just wasn't there long enough for people to critique him. So I don't even think Deion would have had a chance to talk about him. And I don't mean that as a diss. That's just to go look up his NFL stats. Just go look it up, y'all. Go look it up. I know I've been joking on him, but that's not a diss when I'm saying that. I'm glad you said it because I was about to say that part. That's sad. Yeah, they don't look at themselves as the same. Marie said, I'll laugh for you. Yeah, it's... he ain't been there long enough. Listen, that part, where's your success? That's a fact. When we gonna see the success? So, I mean, sometimes the only way you can say something, it only comes out and it's like it's a diss. But I kept a straight face as long as I could when I said that. He wasn't there long enough. He wasn't there long enough. He was not. I appreciate y'all again. This has been another great show. Looking at the stats, May 2012, November 2015. There you go. He wasn't there long enough. What's your take on Deion's new OC? They say he has a great offensive mind. I saw a little bit of stuff about him. Clyde, I want to do a deeper dive and look up some of the teams he's worked for, how some of his offense has been, see how his offensive scheme has been. So I got to get ready. I got a travel day tomorrow. So I'll see if I can look into it tomorrow. If I don't speak on it Sunday before the game, I'll let you know about his OC on Monday. So I'll let you know. Clyde. I did see they're bringing in a new OC. He need a whole new staff, Coach Prime. So I'll let you know. I got to do a little bit more work on him, and I'll let you know. Also, I'm going to get the video out. I'll get it out tonight. I have it out for you tonight. So if you sign up for the Patreon and you just want to see like comparison videos of offenses running the ball, I'll get that out tonight. Just join the free Patreon, and then I'll make sure it's a free video for y'all. So if you want to look at the different offenses, so his offense is called the Go-Go. I like the sound of that. Usually, if it's like a go-go or a high-power style offense, they spread guys out, a lot of motion. So I'm gonna look into them. I'm gonna look into them for sure. This has been another great show. Thank you all for all of your support. Let me shout out the people who tapped in for their support today. Make sure we salute them. Shout out to Selmo Fudd. Definitely appreciate you. Wet 11s, thank you so much. I appreciate y'all's support. Let me go here. Shout out to Latanya, also tapping in with the support. And also, thank you all for supporting me. Thank you all for showing up, being here with me, making this enjoyable, and us helping each other get through this rough Cleveland Browns season. So I appreciate y'all. Beast, I know you asked me earlier if I'm going to do a stream tomorrow night for the Big Ten Championship game. I'll put a post up. If I do one, I'll put a post up, and I'll go live. If not, then I'll be live on Sunday. I appreciate y'all. Especially with the traveling. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you for that. We're going to be back at this thing at the latest on Sunday. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. Don't let the haters get to you. Shedeur is going to be good. And Kevin Stefanski is going to.
You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job.
We got nothing to worry about, y'all. It's been real. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace, everybody.